Hi, my name is Tara Marshall, and this is my story. I grew up in a Southern Baptist church and asked Christ into my life when I was 12 years old. I went to college, and when I was at college, I met the love of my life. His name was Josh, and I think I fell in love with him when he was singing in church one day. He had the most beautiful singing voice. We got married after graduation and really built a life together here in the Lake Norman area. And about 6 years into our marriage, I found out that Josh was having an affair. And it had been going on for a year. I think the worst part for me, worse than the betrayal of my husband, was that he did not want to work it out, and he left our home about 3 weeks after I found out, and just a small suitcase, and never came back. Through the subsequent year and a half, I had all the emotions, the hurt. I felt worthless, completely worthless, extremely lonely. I kept going to church through that time period, but I did a lot of things looking to cure my loneliness, lots of different relationships with different people, all of that searching for something. And it was about a year after the separation, which was financially devastating too, that I kind of decided that I needed to forgive him. And not only did I need to forgive him, I needed to forgive myself too. And forgiveness is extremely difficult. It's not an action or a verb almost that I felt like I could do. And it was one day I sat down and I prayed, and the Holy Spirit helped me do that. And that was something I had to do almost daily, over and over and over again, until I had completely let that go, for myself and for Josh, my ex-husband. And that was when I felt the most free in my life, was after I forgave him, when I felt the most validated, when I felt the validation come from God and from within, and not from other people asking me out or taking me on dates. It was through letting that go, even though there were still consequences to his choices, and our marriage was over and never going to be there again. I was able to get through that. And I think now, I'm just happy to say that it was at the time in my life when I felt like I would be fine being alone forever, because I got all my worth from God, and I didn't need anybody else to make me feel less lonely. And I had other things in my life and other people in my life that I wasn't lonely anymore, that I met the man who I'm married to today. And he is one of the most selfless people I've ever met. And looking back on the whole experience, I'm thankful that because I was able to forgive and do what Jesus has already done for me, that I now have a beautiful daughter and an amazing husband that I never would have met otherwise if I hadn't gone through this experience.